Hello and welcome back to the Chaotic Energy Podcast. We're here for episode 2 today, and we'll start straight off with Quacker's story.
Oh yeah, so I believe that a good few people here have heard this story already, but anyway, it includes my year 6 residential. So I was in a room
Good
with a
times.
good how many? Four, I think there's 5 of us, right? And then we had to do room inspections, and then anyway, so the teacher came in, inspected the room, and then left. And this guy, he must have been, I don't really know, feeling a bit droozy, not being so strong because he did not close the door properly. At the time, we didn't know this, but that's what happened, and it was a bit of a predicament later on. So we started to get changed. We were getting hyped for our bedtime and our hot chocolates, and we were like, "Oh yeah, bedtime, hot chocolate, get into our pajamas." It was a great time. But then we hear the door slowly open, and then standing there is a girl in a sparkly dress, and she just stood there, and there's like. I stare at her, she stares at us, and then we're like, and then you and yeah, someone
And she's
dives
staring
away.
straight at you.
Yeah, we're getting changed, and then, the
Oh,
thing is, the issue is, we didn't even know this young madam. She's just one from another school. She's a foreigner, but anyway, yeah, and that's
Well,
what
so
happened.
I hate
It's
I
not
hate
like
sharing
she's-
residentials with other schools.
Oh, they honestly, they think they're so
like a civil war.
great when it's actually,
Yeah.
no, we're the better school. Leave us alone.
Exactly. Don't stop coming into my room and trying to get changed.
I remember year 5, I was trying to make friends with the other school. Didn't really work.
I only had residential in year 6. It was a bit of a yeah.
Fair enough.
Imagine
Well,
having it year 4, 5, and 6.
well,
We were just a rich school.
speaking of schools and things, I had a bit of a mare one day in school. You might remember this. I was clicking on the slides on assembly, it was like some motivational assembly. Yeah, this was embarrassing. Anyways, so we were having everyone walk in. I was on the slides, and we were listening to The Greatest Showman. I know it's Kira's favourite thing in the whole world.
How did you know? Yeah.
Yeah.
Love a
I
good
think the
bit, Great
song's like
Showman.
This Is Me or something. Great, lovely piece of music.
Yeah.
Inspirational, whatever. They want to walk out to it, and halfway through the slideshow, the song like crashes or something. I can't remember. YouTube closes down, something like that. Can't remember quite what happened. Anyways, I'm making my way through the PowerPoint. And we're getting to the end slides, and they want to walk out to the music. So I load the YouTube video up again, click it. Here we are, Great Showman music. I get an ad for YouTube Music. This was back in 2018 when Cardi B's "I Like It" was popular. Like blaring out the speakers in
Oh,
front of
no.
the entire year. All my teachers, everyone
no.
sat there is now listening to Cardi B rap instead of the Greatest Showman.
At least it wasn't. At least it wasn't the most recent song. That's
Yeah,
we're lucky that it
That's
wasn't
yeah,
that.
yeah.
I just remember a young Oscar just standing there.
I literally.
So
What could I do?
Oh.
I couldn't.
I
Skip
can just
it.
imagine trying to click it and exit, but it just doesn't work.
I couldn't
Just
skip
shut
it
down the
either.
computer.
I couldn't skip it. It was one of those non-skippable ones. So we just listened to it of Cardi B.
You're just embracing
Well-
the moment.
I have an interesting story. So it's year 6. We're about to go on our residential, and the school had really cheaped out this year. So
I love this story.
You are-
Well,
you either take the school minibuses, or you get to go in the deputy head teacher's car. Me and Kira being head boy
We
and
were
head
just
girl, we were the ones chosen to go in the deputy head's car. So we are literally sitting
honestly,
in the back of the
that
car.
day,
It's so awkward. And then we also had our head
Tokyo
teacher in the
scripts.
car as well. So, and this is before
we
like
just sat there.
we weren't allowed phones or anything, so we're just sitting there looking out the window or reading our production script.
Yeah. Honestly, me and Cameron had a total like 5 lines all together anyway. So we were sat there reading these lines that we learned like 3 weeks ago because we literally said one thing. It was the most awkward thing ever.
You should have
But
done a Marcus
we got a
Rashford
bag of
gone. All right,
sweets, which
Neymar,
was
sonny,
pretty
innit?
cool.
Yeah. But was there one point where he asked us to
Oh,
like sing
honestly.
something?
I remember being in a
Knowing
minibus
him,
with him,
probably.
and he asked us to tell jokes.
Oh wow, the man is bored.
And he probably did try and talk.
Yeah.
I reckon you could have a good conversation with him. I mean, we probably did at one point.
Yeah. But so that was very, very strange.
Kira, do you happen to have a story?
Can we just wait? I have a question about the previous one first. All right, so
Go on.
so there's only two of you in this car, yeah? And yeah,
Yes.
two
Me and Kira.
children in this car.
Yes.
So why were you in there?
Because so basically,
Why
so
did
you know
you-
when you go on residential, usually the school like hires a coach.
Yeah.
Our school didn't
Yeah.
do this. So you either went in the minibus.
Okay.
There weren't any more spaces on the minibus or the minibuses. So me and Kira had to go.
Unless you want to like sit on the top or something.
Yeah. So we had to go.
So there's only two spaces so that it had to be you two. That only two.
Yeah,
I'm sure I could
they
have like
nominated
squeezed you
us.
in.
No, you see, we had an epic time. We were waiting at school. I remember loading the minibuses up with everybody's suitcases. Then we sat and Mrs. Patel gave us breakfast. We got ice creams. We
Oh.
It
played
does
the
sound
little
quite
fire
dodgy,
boy
doesn't it?
and
It sounds a bit odd,
Yeah.
but it sounds like they
Yes.
said there's no seats left. You have to come with me right now, and then he's kind of squished you into his car,
Yeah.
and that was that.
Yeah.
we had a legendary time.
Kira, would
It
you
was
like to
great.
tell us your
Okay,
story that you may or may not have?
yeah, I'll try and see what happens. So we're again year 6 residential. We're in the water on our little kayaks. I'm sharing with my best mate Josette, and we're just paddling around.
Shout out to Josette.
And yeah,
Just that.
and she and then we get told to switch kayaks with whoever's close.
Oh, I remember
So
this.
me and Josette paddle over to Catherine and Libby, and I make my way over the kayak. So I've got one leg in Josette's kayak and one leg in the Catherine and Libby's kayak, and Josette decides she's going to move the kayak in the opposite direction. So I'm going down into the splits, and I fall into the water. Bearing in mind, it's like
What were you wearing?
the rest is mud. Just my normal clothes
What were you wearing?
and trainers.
Did you have clothes with you? Like other ones?
No,
After the after.
no.
So how
This is
far
just my
away was this
normal
lake from
clothes.
wherever you were hanging around?
Not too far. It was fine. It was really warm, so we were okay. And then I'm here in the mud, and Josette decides instead of coming to help me, she's going to paddle off and go over to the teachers.
Into the sunset.
So she decides to make a lovely trip. Yeah, into the sunset. And I'm there like, excuse me. And
I can
trying to get
hear-
out of the mud was the difficult thing.
I can hear
So- so you're
Despacito
just
playing in the
sat in this
background.
mud.
So I was just trying to paddle in this mud where my feet were trapped. It was great fun.
If we want to move on, I do have a story as well.
All right.
Okay, feel
so
free.
This one was.
Mm.
It wasn't too long ago. We were at our local park. We were all there, and us being bored and having the mind of 3-year-olds, decided we wanted to play hide and seek in the park. Now, prior to this, some dodgy things had been apparently happening in the park,
It
so the
wasn't
police
us,
were just
it wasn't
patrolling to
us,
see
it
if they
wasn't
could
us.
find any.
We were,
Yeah, it wasn't us.
As you can tell, we were playing hide
perfectly
and seek.
legal.
Perfectly
and we
legal.
didn't know about this dodgy stuff going on.
Like,
Yeah.
we didn't
And
go
so
to like
I'm
spectate.
hiding behind this tree. Yeah, I'm hiding behind this tree, just crouched down, and like, okay, it does look a bit dodgy.
A bit.
And this police car just drive round past this car park that I'm in, and as they go past me, they're just staring me in the eyes. And I don't know what to do at this point, so I just stand up and start smiling at them. And so they drive round
That was
into
the
the car
first
park,
bad
stop
decision.
the car right in front of me, and get out. And then they get out and they ask me, what are you doing? I have to explain to them that I'm playing hide and seek in the park, and because these guys were like on a hill somewhere, they just kind of gave up looking for us, and so I had to point to them and point them out to the police to show that I was actually playing hide and seek at the park.
Probably-
But the worst
That's the thing.
worst
you need to
bit-
do.
was that she told one of the officers told me that it was a bad hiding spot, but I won that round.
That was worse than almost getting arrested, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
The
was
fact she
quite
didn't
sad
like your
that,
hiding spot.
The pain.
I was quite sad that they told me I had a bad hiding spot.
I can't believe we're all like 15 and we're playing hide and seek.
That's what I was going to
Okay.
say. It really needs. She
What
really
was-
needed you to point it out. Otherwise,
What was
My,
going
my
on?
life is sad enough. You don't need to tell me that.
Yeah. Oh, honestly.
Well, I believe, Jaden, you have a theory, a conspiracy theory.
I
Ooh.
do.
Moving
So
on.
what I've done
I'm
is I've
ready.
found it's more of a case than a theory, but there are like theories within it. So
Okay.
this is about Jack the Ripper. I'm sure you will know who he is, or we
Yeah.
don't, but you've learned about him in school and stuff.
I haven't though.
So
I literally
a
don't
bit of
know anything
information
about
about him. He was a serial killer, and he
I know
was active in 1888. There were 5 victims who were believed to be
18?
his, like definitely
Yeah, it was
5.
Why did I think it was like 2000 and something?
Because you're a bit
You
stupid.
had
Oh, no. Oh, what you mean the
had a
date? No,
mare
it was
there.
1888, and there were 5 victims altogether. They were all females, and 4 were prostitutes. And so there's a few people that were like the main suspects. One of them being Aaron Kosminski. He was actually declared insane, and he was put into an asylum.
Ooh.
The main reason he was a suspect because he was spotted near one of the murders. But it was then deemed not likely that it was him because he was supposedly a victim of prejudice, meaning that they described him as an outsider because he was from Russia, I believe. But the weird one about this one is, as of 2019, scientists actually claimed that due to DNA, he is Jack the Ripper.
Oh.
But that's the first I've seen of that, so I don't know how likely that is.
I didn't even think he'd
But the next,
been found.
See, that's why I thought it was more recent, because obviously you're the 2019 thing. There we go. So
yeah,
not
So-
that
The weird thing
people are
about
still
that is,
looking.
okay, how close was he to the murder? And like, how he would, like 2 streets down, he's just gone on a walk with, like, I don't know, his dog, and he just gets jumped and say you've murdered someone.
I
Or is
don't
it like-
know. All it says is they were spotted near a murder.
Hmm.
So
well,
I'm guessing
down the road,
someone of
right?
their description was seen near one of the murder scenes.
Lots of people who are like serial killers, there's different types, and some of them want to be recognized, so
yeah.
they will go to the crime scene
Yeah.
to like
Yeah.
hashtag criminal minds.
Some
They would
want
solve
to be
it.
recognised, and they'll do like videotapes, or they'll do
Mhm.
stuff like go on the news.
Or they'll go to the police to
Yeah.
find them.
Well, it's a bit like there's a theory that he like sent one of their fingers to the police in the
Yeah, because he sent loads of letters to the
yeah,
police.
yeah. But have you seen also there's a theory that he's like a really good doctor? Because the way
Yeah.
he killed them, he took out like organs.
That actually
Top them
leads me straight on to the next suspect. Actually,
I've got a question.
yeah,
So you're saying the DNA in 2019 proved it was him.
Isn't he dead?
yeah.
So
Like a long time ago, dead.
how that's 131 years difference
Exactly.
between the murder and
Back
2019.
then, how did they like get
Yeah.
DNA, and how is it still?
Because
Exactly.
I'm not sure.
DNA.
Honestly, I went on a website and I found evidence, and it said that scientists have claimed that he's the killer due to DNA evidence.
Yeah, they
So I'm
just
not-
want.
I'm not
they
entirely
just
sure.
want people to think that they found the guy.
But moving on to the next suspect, his name was Jacob Levy. He was also spotted near a murder, and like Oscar said, he was supposedly a really good doctor. This guy was a skilled butcher, and he actually was involved in a ritual slaughtering of animals. But again, it was quite unlikely it was him because he was another victim of prejudice, meaning that I think he was from Poland, and so he was again described as an outsider.
What do you mean by
and-
ritual killing of animals?
It's like when you,
I don't know.
sacrifice them, innit? For...
Just kill them every now and
Yeah.
again.
Like some people start off with killing animals, and then the release makes them move on to like humans.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it sounds like it's like an accepted thing. Like, yeah, he kills animals every Thursday, or whatever.
Yeah, because like if you accidentally like run over your cat or something, and you
yeah,
are like, not
But it's like
happy
a
that
it's like an
you're
organized thing. Like he just does it, and that's his thing.
Well,
yeah, lots of people are
it
really
is.
organised. Oh god,
We
sounded
haven't
like
So
someone
the
was
next-
my window.
The next suspect, his name is Joseph Barnett, and he was a local. He was born in Whitechapel, so he supposedly knew the streets quite well. He was
That's
actually
common.
the boyfriend of one of the victims, and she was a prostitute, and he supposedly didn't like that, so he tried to kill the other prostitutes, so the other victims, to try and scare her. And the theory was that didn't work, and so he then just killed her. So
Yeah,
what
lots
do we
of people
think about that
do
one?
that and think that they are helping by getting rid of like people on the streets and stuff.
I
that's
struggle
an excuse.
to believe that one.
Yeah, there's not.
Mhm.
I think
But
that one's
this-
the most
thi-
likely one.
This last one, there is not a lot of evidence. So his name is Montague John Druitt. And he
I think that
committed
one sounds the most.
he committed suicide straight after the last murder happened. So that's mainly why, but that is pretty much the only evidence against him.
But yeah, you can't really take that.
So that one is
I
quite
heard
unlikely
a
to be
theory,
fair.
this was ages ago, and I don't even think it was this, but there was like a theory that apparently he moved out to America.
Yeah, so one of the theories was he felt he was close to being caught, and so he just moved away and started a new life somewhere. But the
Yeah.
other one was that he committed suicide, which then does link it back to Montague John Druitt.
The thing is,
Well-
though, surely if he commits suicide, you have a body, you have fingerprints, you have a whole.
Yeah, but back
Yeah.
then, did they have the
Yeah.
They
technology
didn't,
to?
no, but surely they would have found a body or something.
Yeah,
Maybe
but
he
maybe
just
they-
finding a
probably
body
their
doesn't mean
hands.
anything.
What did they do with bodies back then? They
Exactly.
could have just
Chuck 'em
disposed of
in
them
the
straight
river.
away.
Ate them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I-
some guy
that's
actually
pretty much
did
the
eat
end of
them.
that.
I watched the Criminal Minds episode I watched the other night. He was a bit mentally insane. Like, I don't know
Yeah.
what it was, and he got the victims, cut them up, fed them to the pigs, and then ate the pig.
That's good.
Nice.
I'm
Yeah.
just thinking with the last one, Whitechapel, where they took place. It's obviously a very busy place, so
Yeah.
people committing suicide,
Mhm.
horrible thing, but it's probably going to be
Whitechapel was
common,
awful.
but
Yeah, exactly.
not unlikely.
Yeah, exactly. You got to kind of think of where they all are taking place and everything.
The quality of life in Whitechapel, I assume a lot of people killed themselves because of it.
I
Yeah.
wanted to ask as well, do you think any evidence will ever be put out or found and we actually find out who it was?
It's too late now.
No.
It's like the
Yeah,
We
same,
don't
too
know
late.
exactly.
It's like the same with other cases like Madeleine McCann and all of that. That's too
Mhm.
late.
Yeah,
think-
it's just been too long.
Do you
Yeah.
think there's a possibility that it could have been committed by a group of people, or
Normally,
I think they were
you
too
can
similar.
tell by, because in a group they are normally have very different personalities. Like you'll have the really dominant one, and you can tell when there's like two unsubs in by the way they.
I believe with
do
a
the
group there
killing.
would be more victims as well.
yeah?
Mhm. And they
Yeah,
would
so
be different.
that's the end of that, I guess.
Also, just-
What are we going to move on to now? I
Yeah.
think we have some questions. I've got some would you rathers here that I can ask.
Yeah.
Yep,
Go
go
for it.
ahead.
So
would you
the
rather?
first one, so would you rather know how you die or know when you die?
When?
How?
Mm.
Wow.
I'd like to know when,
How?
because then I can do whatever I want until that date.
That's
There's like
the
a
same
set
No,
date.
But then
for me.
you can't stop
'Cause
it.
Yeah,
But I don't really care how I die, to be honest.
Yeah, but you're going to die at some point. So
Yeah. I just want to know when, so I
Yeah.
can do
Actually,
what I
yeah.
want and
If
need
you know
to do.
when, then if you think, well, this isn't going to kill me, so I can do it because I'm going to die for like 20 years from now.
no, but you can see, like that. But if you have that date, but is there any circumstance that you will end up dying before?
no.
I don't know. No,
No.
I don't think so. I think it's that there's a set date you are going to die on that date.
Right, so I read a book called They Both Die in the End, where they get a phone call the day they are going to die. And that was a pretty interesting book. But they were, well, kind of not really worried about how they were going to die. Because obviously they knew that they were going to die that day.
I think when's more important. Well,
Yeah, I
it
think
depends. Ideally.
Exactly.
the example you've shown us, Kira, they didn't actually know. They knew when on the day, but
Yeah, they didn't
you're
have any-
constantly living in. It's
Yeah,
kind of the same
yeah.
as the how. It's going to happen sometime,
Hmm.
but just when.
How is more important, when is more influential, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if I knew how,
Personally, I choose when.
I
Yeah.
would probably choose how. Because I think if it was when, I would be constantly thinking about it.
Well, either
If
That's what I
how,
thought.
either
you
will
can
drive
avoid
you mad.
doing
But if
that.
I didn't know when, I'd constantly be living in fear of someone.
Yes.
Both
Same.
of
Or
both of
anything
Okay,
you.
I get
happened.
that.
If you knew you were going to die next Tuesday from a stab wound, either or, if you had both or just one pieces of that information, you'd go a bit mad.
Both would be better than. You know what? Actually, I don't mind like this not knowing how I'm going to. No, that kind of scares me a little bit, but.
Actually,
it's a
if
weird-
I knew how, And then that would be a bit spooky because if, say, you get hit by a car, then that's how.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you know that.
think you were told like something's gonna happen, like this is how you're gonna die, and then you get into a scenario where that is possible, but it doesn't happen.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking.
Like you could get into a situation where that could possibly happen, and you're thinking, okay, I'm gonna die now, so I can do what I want, but then you don't die.
Exactly.
If you
which
get
is
what I
Yeah,
mean.
but then it will come back and get you next time.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what I
But
mean
you would
is
be
like,
more prepared, you know how to, in a way, prevent it, even if it won't always right.
interesting. So the next one I have is
Oh, can I quickly just add something to that?
Mhm.
How would you, one way you don't want to die?
Drowning.
Like
Drowning.
one thing.
Yeah, drowning.
There we go, yeah.
Probably
that
on
would be
a
my
fire.
answer. No, drowning.
yeah.
Drowning's
Fire's
worse.
quite
Because I can swim.
drowning in a fire. That's not possible, is it?
No.
Fire's quite quick. Drowning though is like painful.
I wouldn't like the
slow.
feeling
Yeah.
of drowning. I think it would just feel really strange.
Yeah.
I would think
I mean, it wouldn't feel very nice.
no, it wouldn't,
No.
because
Not good.
none of them would really feel very nice, would
I
they?
find the idea of death just a bit strange. You know, you don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to
Okay.
talk about that. That kind of scares
Next
me.
question.
Too
So,
late
the
in the
next one.
afternoon.
So there's a situation.
Okay.
You have complete control over it. Well, you have complete control over what happens. So there's 10 strangers, and there's one blood family member, and there's a situation where either group or person is going to die. So either the 10 strangers are going to die, or your one family member is going to die. So who are you saving?
Depends on the scenario.
This family member who
So yeah, I couldn't
like
come
your
up with a
mother.
scenario.
What? So like one group gets bitten by, killed by sharks.
Let's say the 10 strangers are in a flat having a party and it sets on fire and they die that way, or the one family member dies in a fire by themselves.
Well, it depends. That sounds really bad, me saying a family member, but it depends which family member. And no, actually, it doesn't, because I would just pick the family member.
Are you?
I don't think it should depend which family member because you think about that and it's
Yeah,
like
exactly.
adding value to them, but it's still only one person compared to 10, so I'd say the one probably.
I say
Yeah.
Are
you save the
conscious
10.
of this, by the way? So do you know if you pick saving the family member that the other 10 people are going to die? Would you know that?
Yeah. You're
Yeah.
presented this scenario,
Oh right, okay.
so
Yeah,
you have to watch them die as well. So
That's
yeah.
the
Someone's
thing, I
gonna
don't-
come up to you and then like run off and just burn one of them alive. Just okay, wait a minute, and then that's what happens.
I would rather
know-
watch one person die than 10. No
No,
matter who it is.
Because I'm really
Yeah.
close to my family, so I don't think I could deal with that. Even if it was just a friend, I don't think I could deal with that either.
But what about if you're
about
not
10 other
close to
people?
them, but their close family is?
Hmm?
Would you not feel bad for? So
Like,
if
yeah, I
you're
would,
not, if
100%,
you're not that
but-
close to them, what about the people
If
that
I
they're close
wasn't
to?
close to them, I don't know. Oh.
It's a
But
hard
realistically,
question.
it's not going to really happen, though, is it? Better not.
Maybe.
Probably not.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
there's positives to both sides, really, aren't there?
So I've got one more question.
Not positives,
Go on,
negatives.
okay.
So would you rather, for the rest of your life, have shards of glass stuck to your feet,
No,
or Lego stuck to your feet?
Lego.
I knew it was going to be Lego.
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 So-
That's not even a
Wouldn't
question.
glass just
Realistically, you say Lego because it doesn't cut you as well. It doesn't really cut you at all.
Yeah.
Compared to glass, it doesn't.
Well, how is it going to be wedged in my foot?
No,
No,
it's
it's just like
super
stuck.
glued to your foot.
So, like,
They're-
in
they're
every
your-
step I take, it feels like I'll be stepping on Lego.
Yeah.
Or
You
on
just
glass.
get
Same
used
for
to it,
glass.
though, right?
Exactly,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
I've got a question.
Lego's got larger surface area,
Go for it. Oh,
Oh.
Sorry.
Okay.
so it'd be less painful than the sharp bit of the glass.
So if there was one thing you could change about school, what would it be? So, like, how long?
None of it.
oh, uniform. No uniform. I want to wear my clothes to school.
No,
Yeah, that's a good point. Yes.
but then I honestly, the stress in the morning trying to find something to wear.
I think for boys,
Literally no one
not
cares what other people
uniform
wear.
No,
is.
you see, it's not like that though, because people do care.
No, they do.
Well,
Yeah, they do. They do.
Well, they don't.
I don't care. I don't
Just pretend they don't.
like.
I
Yeah,
think
but it
it's a lot
doesn't-
easier for boys to wear their own clothes because all it is a
Oh my
t-shirt
God,
and
yeah.
trousers.
Yeah.
Like honestly, I bet I bet all of you have probably looked at a girl at one point in your life and seen what they've worn and be like,
All the
Not it.
time. All the time.
Exactly. And
What do you mean by? What do you mean by?
Yeah.
not it. Like, don't like that.
What? So like
That's
you
a bit
don't like the clothes
bad.
they're wearing? Well,
Don't like the
that's fine
clothes,
to
yeah.
not like someone's clothes that they're wearing.
Yeah, I know.
If you don't, if
But
it's not your
just think
kind
about
of
what
clothes.
they would be thinking. They're like probably thinking everybody looking at them is thinking that. And whether you are or not, again, probably. See, for me, I don't really care what people think. That's not something that bothers me.
I
for
like
lots
to
of
say
people-
I don't, but I
Yeah,
do.
same. Jay.
Yeah. For lots of people, that is a problem.
Yeah.
And quite a big of a problem.
So where does the problem start? Is it the people
It
that
starts
wear
with
the stuff?
people who
or-
have Gucci and people who
No,
shop
see,
at the like that.
I just
It's
don't
not
care,
like
to be honest
that.
with you.
it's not because I know people will be wearing more expensive clothes than me. It's the people will look at my right. Okay, mainly for girls, the sense of style of the clothes. Okay, because I can go out in my jeans and coat and look like as a chav, or I can go out in my, newest fashion thing and be thought of as like, oh my gosh, trying to be fashionable, and it's not working.
So does the
Honestly.
problem?
Go on.
It's mainly social media that's the problem.
So social media is where it starts.
Where it starts, but then
But
it's
there's
also
there's also like you said with people with different styles.
Yeah.
Say there was someone who likes to dress like goth,
yeah,
but then the school didn't really like what they were wearing, and then went, okay, you can't wear that, you can't dress like that. That's not fair on them.
Yeah, I think
Exactly,
you have to have all or nothing. So everybody
Yeah.
wears what they want, or everybody wears school uniform.
kind of went a bit away from the school thing, but it's a lot of the time of people thinking about that they feel uncomfortable with everybody thinking bad about them
Yeah.
rather than the oh my gosh.
And that's because of what they see on social media.
And yeah, basically, yeah.
I just feel like I concentrate more if I don't know why, but like on non-school uniform days. Yeah, if I'm comfy and I'm sitting there and I'm in my clothes, I don't know why, but I
Yeah,
concentrate more.
even we get to wear PE kit.
Yeah.
If we have PE, I
Yeah,
feel
sometimes
better.
I do that. Yeah.
Definitely.
Go on,
Go
then.
on, then.
Oh my
I have a
god.
question. I have a question. Are you ready for my question?
Yes.
What was that?
Sick.
That's
Right, I
going
guess
in. Who just
Thank you.
sneezed?
That would be my dad.
Okay, that's the replacement for my question. That was okay.
I feel like
Oscar,
shout
your
out.
go.
Legend, I know you're watching this. Thanks for the support, mate. I hope you don't mind. Right, no question. So, would you rather? It's would you rather be blind or deaf?
Oh, I've thought about this before.
Death.
I am.
Can we take into consideration that science is quite
Yeah, deaf.
Say you can't fix it.
Science is quite deaf. What?
no
Yeah,
as
right.
as in we're evolving with
quite
science,
deaf. Well said.
so things are being made and invented so you can hear more or see more.
I would say
Oh.
it can't be fixed.
Right,
Okay.
I'd rather go deaf
Um,
because sign language.
And like hearing aids, and there'll probably be like bionic eyes and stuff in the future.
I would say
Would it be
I'm
easier
not
to
sure,
answer
you know.
with science or without?
without.
Oh yeah, I'd say without for them.
Without.
Well, no matter what, I would still pick being
I would-
deaf.
Yeah,
I would say deaf. I think
I'd
yeah.
say deaf.
Deaf because society is made more so you can see things, and if
Yeah.
you're deaf, it's
Yeah.
still a bit of a pain, but you can still, get around.
I mean, you think even like watching films, there's subtitles and TV shows, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Sign
I do that
language,
anyway.
there's-
To be honest, I can't hear much.
Well, who doesn't?
Generally.
Oh.
Once you turn subtitles on for Netflix, you never turn.
You
them off.
can't turn them
Yeah,
off. Yeah.
yeah.
Has anyone else done that, or am I just weird?
No, I do. I have.
I only do it for the foreign ones, but that makes sense because I want to understand what's
Probably
going on.
does make sense. Yeah.
And then my mum comes on and it's like, why does it say like people running in brackets?
Yeah.
See?
Or it's like child screams.
Just in case you don't know.
I
Am
can't watch
watching
TV shows that
No.
aren't
Oh,
in
okay.
English
child
because
screams?
What?
when it's
Children
translated,
scream in
it doesn't
movies.
match up. Like what they're saying doesn't match up to the subtitles and what I'm hearing. It's all just out of
if there
time.
were subtitles on the screen, then
Yeah.
I'll
The
read them
subtitles
out.
need to be good though.
Showcase cinemas, they have a thing at the start of each film you go to, and it says like, oh, if you've got a hearing problem, then
Yeah,
go to-
turn it to T or whatever it
the
is.
some performances at this cinema provide that
Yeah,
thing.
oh, yeah.
Yeah, so and they've got text and it says something like visit this website. So it says on the text visit this website, and then it says on the voiceover visit our website. and it really annoys me every time.
Oscar goes into the booth and punches the man who runs the camera.
I am gonna
Like he
storm
doesn't
down. I am
match
gonna
up.
storm down showcase next time I go.
Right, so are we going to end with this little game
We've
then?
got our challenge.
Okay, so
does
this is
someone
a challenge.
Go on, Ollie.
I didn't make this up, but I like it very much. So
Good fun.
basically, what I want everyone to pull up Wikipedia, and I'm going to pull up a random word generator, and we're going to choose. Actually, no, I'm not even going to random word generator. I'm going to use my brain. I'm going to choose a
Ooh.
random word, and then the first random word, okay, I'm going to start is Donald Trump.
Wow.
Right? So we're going to be on that bad boy, and then on Wikipedia there's hyperlinks. So we're going to go through the hyperlinks to another word, and then first person get their wins. I'm going to make
Does
this an
anybody
interesting one.
have a family member they can ask for a word?
No.
I was going to go from Donald Trump to Teletubbies. That's what I was going for.
Oh,
Oh,
Come on, yeah,
How
yeah,
are we
let's do
gonna
that.
get
Let's do that.
there?
Okay.
I think
we
I
can do that.
know. Oh,
Right,
God.
ready?
Whoops.
Go on then.
Are we ready?
Yeah, let's just go straight into it.
Okay.
This one's going to be hard.
Television personalities. I'm
None
Let's
of
get
these.
done.
None of these have anything to do with TV.
This is not going well.
I've just
I think I went
stared
too
at
far.
media career Donald Trump for a long time.
I'm on social
I'm
media.
clicking on Top Gear.
Top
How
Gear.
you got to top it?
I'm just on TV
Screen
in general.
Actors Guild.
Film and television.
Because,
I'm going.
ooh. Because I can probably go to. Is Teletubbies on iPlayer?
I don't know.
BBC iPlayer.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rate.
Maybe. Don't know.
We shall find out.
Oh, British program.
I'm on
Yeah.
The Apprentice at the moment.
Oh no, this is just British English. I've gone the.
I'm back at film.
No, I'm on
Where
Brazil.
is
What has gone
I'm going on
wrong?
Sky.
Where's England?
I'm
Okay,
getting nowhere.
I'm
Marks
on
and
Brazil.
Spencer's?
Uh oh. Uh oh.
Sky Plus.
This is not well. This is not well. Sure, that
I
makes
am
sense.
not well.
This is not well.
Oh God.
Hmm.
Why? I don't.
I'm on Sky Q.
I found The Apprentice.
How?
I thought that was like on the first page.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm pretty
not-
sure.
I'm far behind.
Oh, they have channels.
Yeah, I'm on BBC One now.
How?
Oh, Chelsea FC.
I'm stuck on
No,
video
no, I
and
want-
film.
I want the no.
Which is it on BBC?
It's on.
I'm on BBC.
What's
Yeah, I
Teletubbies
think
on?
I'm gonna have to go back
But
to
is Teletubbies
BBC.
on BBC? Yeah, that's my...
No, it's on CBeebies.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
which is
BBC.
why I went on to BBC.
Yeah.
Similar channels. There's
Second
BBC
World
One HD
War.
and BBC One Plus. Thanks.
Hmm.
I found
I need-
EastEnders.
How are you going like that? No.
Interactive television. It's people that like the people, you know, the ones.
Oh,
I need to go back to
thanks.
BBC, not BBC iPlayer.
And they're like-
oh my gosh, it's not going well.
Okay, news,
Right, I
internet.
might have smashed this. I've
Oh, that
just
was
found
not the right
list
thing
of
to hit.
television programs broadcast by the BBC. I think I've
That
smashed
was
this.
not the right thing to hit. Oh no.
What's it called?
Mm.
CBeebies.
No.
How did you find CDs?
It's on BBC.
Where?
If you scroll down. Oh.
Have you found it?
No. Almost. CBeebies presents. It has to be on here.
No.
Okay.
I still
I'm
can't find BBC.
I'm on
CBeebies.
Disney, but Teletubbies is not on Disney.
Look at Little Cook. Postman. What is Bobbinogs? What is that?
Oh, you don't know Bob and all?
No.
Oh, wow.
It rings a bell.
CBeebies.
No.
Please. I'm so. No, that's Tweenies. I didn't say Tweenies. I said Teletubbies.
I found.
Teletubbies. CBeebies Discover and Do Teletubbies.
Oh, I literally just found Teletubbies.
Oh, wait,
I just found it.
I
I found it. Then.
You've
I
done
found
it. I found it, but it's not a
I've got
hyperlink.
screens.
This is
I'm
so
on
sad.
it. I'm on it right now.
No.
Brilliant.
Oh.
Ended on
I'm still
streaming
stuck.
media.
I'm still stuck on the England Wikipedia.
Teletubbies everywhere.
No, I found it.
Trampoline.
So we're starting on trampoline.
We can do. It depends if any other more interesting ones come up.
We'll start on trampoline.
So
Where are we
Cameron,
going
what word did you get then?
I've got dog and face.
Oh,
Do you want to
Should
go
we
to
go-
dog or face?
I think dog's too easy. I reckon dog would be quite easy.
Okay,
Should we go to face?
So
Let's go
trampoline
to
to
From
face.
trampoline to face. All right.
Face. Cool.
Okay, I think I'm gonna go down the.
Let me pull up trampoline.
3, 2, 1, go.
Safety.
Yeah, I went
Oh,
for
I
safety.
should've
Yeah,
got
same,
safety.
same,
I went on.
same.
I went on.
Physical
Yeah.
physical fitness.
I've got
I
them to-
went to
somersaults.
textile.
Immune system.
How have you done that already?
Menopause.
I'm
There's
on.
no
I'm
one
on
to go
head.
from
I'm on
here.
head.
What? No.
What? What?
Of course you're on head, Oscar.
Oh, so am I.
Oh.
No.
Face, I got it. Face. I'm on it.
Wow.
The speed.
No, that's not fair because I'm on
Kira, you were
ring
on World War
spinning.
II, probably about 5 minutes
Wait,
before
I
you
was
opened
on
anything.
hand
So.
knitting.
Oscar, you said you were on head.
I'm on human head.
I'm gonna go back.
Right, so I hit head and face is right there.
Where?
Okay, we're gonna
Literally,
go safety.
literally where my mouse is, right at the top.
I've got in human anatomy. The head is at the top of the human body. It supports the face. Oh my god! It was.
It's come up with photograph, so we start there.
Should we start
Okay.
with photograph and we'll go to Lil Nas X? 3, 2.
No. I haven't read it
Oh
yet.
my
No?
god.
Alright. Oh, what are
You
you
can't
doing?
read. Just go.
Go.
Are we going? Okay.
Yes.
I've gone.
Oh, okay, go.
Where are people going first?
No
Or
idea.
Apple Photos, obviously.
Yeah, that's what I did.
I'm going for
Apple. I'm
like
going for the
music
Apple
videos.
Music. Is where I'm going for.
Where
Yeah, I
is
need to get
Apple
onto some
Music?
sort of.
Apple
It was
Music.
at
Here,
the
here we
top.
are. Apple Music.
What?
Music.
Oh, thank you. Apple
Um,
Photos. Yeah.
Wait, how have you done that?
I'm on music. iTunes Store. Speedrun.
You
Yeah.
just know Ollie's been researching this one since day one.
Record labels. Music
Where's
videos.
iTunes? Where's
No,
iTunes?
that's what I was
Where's
looking
iTunes?
for.
iTunes. Right, I found iTunes.
Not going to be pulling
See, now I'm a bit lost.
Here we go.
How
iTunes.
have you got
I'm
to
actually
that?
sped. Where
I'm
is
onto
iTunes?
iTunes Store Music.
I'm on music video, but now I'm a little
Okay.
bit lost again.
iTunes, way.
I'm on.
Video?
Yeah.
Am I gonna... No, it's just telling me about iTunes music videos now.
I'm
I'm
going
on this
completely
woman
off
from
the
like
map.
1982. This is nowhere near.
Applications.
Electronic dance.
Media
this could
players.
be good.
Here we go. All I need now
I want
is
No,
Spotify.
I'm going
Oh,
straight
live
to
music.
Disney Channel.
Where's Spotify?
Found it. I'm on it.
Electronic.
No.
I'm on it.
I'm on
it.
Yeah.
How the hell?
Right, I'll
Yes.
go for it. I'll go for it.
So how have we
Because
gone from
I'm gonna go-
photograph to Lil Nas X?
Right. How have I done that then?
I think I'm getting it.
Okay. Where do we start? Photograph.
Yeah.
Found him.
What?
Thank you.
Again. Right. Photograph.
Gone.
I've gone to camera.
Mhm.
Videography.
Okay.
Video production.
Yeah.
Filmmaking.
Yeah.
Sound editor.
Yeah.
Sound recording and reproduction.
Mhm.
Instrumental.
Yep.
Music.
Yep.
Popular music.
Yeah.
Music industry.
Uh-huh.
Song.
Yeah.
Popular music again.
Yeah.
Back to pop music.
Yeah.
Then I've gone to art pop. Then
Yep.
I think I clicked on a list of artists.
Mm.
And I hit Charlie XCX.
Mm.
And then I've hit best-selling singles worldwide.
Yep.
Then I've hit best-selling digital singles, and there's a list, and Lil Nas X is in there.
Okay, I have to say, mine. The way I got to mine, I think, was pretty inspirational. I'm not going to start with the start. I had a list, and
Is
one
that
of
'cause
the
you cheated?
things. No, because I
Yeah.
pressed Disney Channel.
She just
I pressed
Googled Lil
Disney
Nas.
Channel, then on the Disney Channel shows, I pressed Hannah Montana. I pressed Miley Cyrus. I pressed Billy Ray Cyrus. Then I pressed his song, and I found him.
Oh yeah, because he was on Old Town Road, wasn't he?
Exactly.
Damn it.
I think
That
my
was a very
way
good, That was
wins.
a very good path, actually.
Yeah, that's actually really fun.
Yeah, but I think he did that by accident, so.